I'm Danny Brown, and you're listening to 1 Minute Podcast Tips, the show that helps you be a better podcaster in just a minute a week. If you enjoy the show and want to support it, you can do that with a donation of your choosing at 1minutepodcasttips.com/support. And thanks so much for supporting. And now, this week's episode. Today, February 17, it's Family Day here in Canada, so I'm spending some nice downtime with my wife and kids, and our dogs. The podcast will be back as normal next Monday with the usual weekly tip, but in the meantime, I have a really quick ask. If you enjoy 1 Minute Podcast Tips and want to share that appreciation, here are 3 quick ways to do so. Even better, there are 3. Number 1, leave a rating or review. There are a lot of apps and platforms that support ratings and or reviews, and this can help potential new listeners decide to check out the podcast. After all, a podcast with 50 ratings or reviews might seem more interesting to a listener than one with 5. You can leave your own rating or review over at 1minutepodcasttips.com/review, and I'll leave a link to that in the show notes. Number 2, recommend a podcast. When you have a friend, colleague, or someone that's just looking for a show like 1 Minute Podcast Tips, point them this way. Personal recommendations are one of the most trusted ways for listeners to check out new podcasts, so your recommendation can really help. And number 3, just share the show and the episodes. This is super simple and can really help the show find new listeners, since your followers probably have similar tastes in podcasts. So, feel free to share the podcast or specific episodes, along with why you enjoy. These are all really simple ways you can support 1 Minute Podcast Tips. You don't need to, and that's 100% A-OK. You being a listener of the show in the first place is something I'm really thankful for. But if you did want to show some more support, then any of these would be greatly appreciated. Until the next time, happy podcasting. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy 1 Minute Podcast Tips, be sure to share with your friends and other podcasters so they can enjoy it too. Until the next time, happy podcasting.